Thank you so much for being here today. I'm very excited to talk to you about social selling and about how to build a social selling team.
But we are going to be more and more digital. And most companies, especially the bigger companies, are now much more into solution selling versus product selling. So this has a different mindset for a seller in the end. And because we're getting more digital and more global as well, we're more connected. We as a seller need to adapt to that. So in the end, it is about the buyer who is changing. The buyer has a different a need, and they expect a seller to also engage differently, engage in different platforms, engage in a different way with them, and also to connect differently with them. And social will do just that for you, and in a really efficient manner, because you can do your research online, you can see who's connected to who works where, what are their job titles, and try to make that drawing for yourself. So this is the big why of social selling. It's about the buyers who expect more from you as a seller. So you need to be more informed. But it's also you as a buyer or as a seller, sorry, to be able to listen on social about what's happening and be more informed. So when you get to a meeting, because that's always the end result, of course, right? You want to get into a meeting, now probably more virtual than before. But when you are in a meeting, you are prepared and you know what's going on. And with that information, you're going to have a quality discussion. So that is the big why of social. And then to come back to your second part of the question, I think like all companies needed to figure out like, hey, now what? And I think so this digitalization, working from home, that stuff that has been going on for a while, and it now just accelerated this. So in my eyes, it's like we are, took a big leap, let's say 5 years ahead of where we were just a year ago. And that means more people online, you are not able to see people in events anymore. So even social is even more important today. And what in the last half year is that so many of our customers reach out to us like, hey, we had something in the past, we did something to set it up, but actually we now really need to, to improve our game. So I think it's now even more important, or I know so it's more important than before, to be able to contact your buyers in the end.
So it's getting involved with this kind of strategy is also a way to to solve current or maybe challenges in general. What is like in your opinion a very specific or like the most important challenge that can be solved with social selling?
Yeah, so especially now, so let's start to check what's happening today. I think with social selling, like the big challenge people have right now, and I work a lot with key account managers, but also with sellers, for example, or pre-sales consultants, like that kind of roles. The big issue that they have right now is that they do not meet their leads and their clients, or even their coworkers, on events or on a company visit, for example. And this was the first thing that we understood when now in this situation. But but it has an even bigger effect, and that is even more important. And think about the people that you would normally not meet, or meet on an event. So you make an appointment with somebody, and you invite them for an event, and you see them there. They bring their colleagues, and they bring people of other departments of that company, and you will meet them too. And just to give a little example, we every year we have our digital selling summit in Amsterdam, and it's a big summit mainly for our partners and for our clients. So your colleagues were also there last year.
Yes.
But it's great to catch up, and then you meet people. And this year we just didn't have that opportunity because the idea was to do it in the end of March, and so many companies face the same issue. And with not being able to meet the people over there, you don't meet other people as well. So going back to the first point I had in the first question, you don't have the opportunity to meet other members of the buying committee. And this is really difficult. Also, if like company visits or going out for lunch with your client, that is all like, it's just not that common anymore right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Normally you go to an office, you walk in, you say, hey, this is nice. Maybe you meet 1, 2 other people afterwards. You to them. Well, this is all much more struggle today. And again, of course, social is then the way to go to do your research over there and to engage. It's just a different kind of like, where do you put your effort these days? And this is actually the only way to go right now, to meet these people. Yes, virtually, but that's the best we can do right now.
Yeah.